Atlanta United Fan TV, we drew with them with NYCFC. It was a pretty even match throughout. What did you guys think?
There's a lot going on during that game that I would like to change. There's some stuff happening in midfield I would like to change. There's, everyone's like, oh, Yosef, he's not, but it's whatever. It's football. Play with your arm. I like the way Nagbe played. I like that McCann finally showed up for us. I appreciate that he's actually given a crap at this point. Defensively, yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I mean, that felt like a loss, to be honest with you. I think we should have won that game. I think they looked really good, and they showed why they are the team to beat, I guess, in the East. But I think we should play to our strengths. I mean, overall, I think it was very unusual of Atlanta United to be very selfish in the final third. A lot of the times when Almiron could pass the ball out to the wing and get a cross in, or you could just get someone else involved. I think a lot of the times it was not as pass friendly as we had been accustomed to, and I think overall I'd still take a draw over a loss, but I think we should have won that game. I think the Barco substitution made absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. I think that was I talked about this before the season started. I think you needed to be a little bit more pragmatic. You got to give them the respect that they deserve, because that second goal was beautiful from them. So, I think the refereeing was a bit shit, to be honest with you. But other than that, I think we should have won that game. But credit to NYCFC. They turned up, and they didn't get intimidated. And I guess they can play in a full field instead of in a Yankee Stadium outfield. So.
Well, I mean, I think it's a fair result considering all that happened. And I think we brought on Barco to kind of keep a little bit more possession, right? Because how we've been playing in our undefeated streak, which is what it is, we've done this thing where we haven't really kept a whole lot of possession, right? We've played on the counter a bunch. So, Barco comes on to keep a little bit more possession. I mean, I think that's what he was brought on.
I mean, to say this, I will disagree with him. No. I think bringing on Barco was a good idea. Okay. Kratz has never been my favorite. It is an attacking move. I know what Tata's doing. I also think that Barco has a very good job of holding the ball. Yeah. The way that Atlanta United plays, we need more possession, and we need someone to hold possession when we get out of sorts. Almiron's not going to do that. I don't think Yosef's going to do that. Barco's the guy who's going to go, hey, settle down, we're going to do this. Yeah. So to bring him on in as late as we did, we're going to hold on, we're going to try to go out and get a goal. He's going to present. That's what I thought. He probably won't disagree. But
I mean, you can ask him. The moment that happened, I looked at him, I said, they're going to score. They're going to score from right outside the box because there was a hole out there. And I mean, you can't do much about that shot there. You got to give credit to the player who took it. But I think definitely well taken. But I think you get Barco on. But again, we're not losing 2-1. We're winning 2-1. At times you got to be pragmatic enough to take a 2-1 and play on the counter. Because I thought they were putting enough men forward where we could have really easily countered and gotten a goal. But I think we didn't do enough to get the result, and I think credit to NYCFC. I think their fans turned up in huge numbers, and I mean they're up there, but they turned up a decent amount. But I think they played really well. They took advantage of how we didn't look good, and I think overall in the balance of play, I think 2-2 is a fair result. I think substitution or not, I think overall you can't really argue with the result. They showed up, they played well, and from what I understood, my friend at home told me it was a goalkeeping interference why the first goal didn't count. Yeah. So, the second goal, sorry. I would want to see a replay of that because I don't know what happened. But I think, that for me, if that goal stood, though, I think that was the best goal Atlanta United's ever scored. I think the pass back in, just a curl in, and I was standing right behind the goal. And instead of admiring that goal, I ended up admiring the goal that they scored to equalize it. So, I think overall they didn't deserve it. But I will still stand by my statement. I think you don't take a midfielder out to bring a winger on. to win a game when you're up 2-1 at home. I think sometimes you got to give the other team the respect they deserve. So
why do you guys think he did it? Why did Tata bring on Barco?
I think Tata wants him to go out and like get a little bit more time on the field because they haven't had that much. In retrospect, like, I don't know. I agree, pragmatic is the way to go. I'm the type of guy who likes to go out and score goals. Hashtag Jurgen Klopp. But, like, I can see him making the substitution. Barco looked great when he was out there. If he had been on earlier, I may have enjoyed it more. I kind of want him to come in, like, he came in, what is, like, the 75th man? Maybe 50. Come in, 50. I still don't, I'm okay with Kratz coming out. I think he should go in at the 50, do a little bit more. I think he can feed the ball a little bit more too. I like seeing him out there, but as he said, and I'm going to disagree to agree, pragmatic, we should have played pragmatic, but I want to go out and score goals, so bringing on Barco, not a big deal to me.
I'll keep barking on the same thing where I think Barco, for me, he played exceptional. Don't get me wrong. I even though I disagree with the substitution, I think he played brilliant. But I think it's one of those things, I think, where if it came off and we came in with a 2-1, 3-1 result, we'd all be sitting here being like, oh, that's brilliant. But right now we're sitting here with a 2-2 result. So, you know, it hurts. I think it had Rick. For me, I think this is a great building block. I think the first game we lost 4-0 and everyone looked awful. And we built on every single game. And I would really like to give out a shout out to Darlington, number 6. He, for me, like I'm wrong on the man of the match, but I think Darlington was absolutely amazing today. I think he was the reason we got the result. I think I'm really liking the player. I don't have a number in the back. I might really just get a number 6 because I think he could really be a difference maker from what last year this team was in this year.
Watching him from Seattle to now, this is
Portland.
Or Portland, sorry. That guy. Watching him from Portland to now, that's a different dude. It's a different guy. Like, this is, like, he plays different for us. He plays like he's got some excitement behind himself. He plays like it means something. And, like, watching him in Portland, he's like, Here, I feel like he's got the fans behind him. He's got everything behind him. He wants to do this for us. He's here for it.
He's set up to do well.
I will just say one thing, though, before this ends. My boy at home in New York, he's a big NYCFC fan, and he was watching the game, Giuliano, and he was telling me the way our crowd gets in, the way our stadium is, it's absolutely mental. I think it's a joke that people make so much noise, regardless of the chant, regardless of what's going on. I think we all stand out there and we do our best, and I think. But to be honest with you, I think NYCFC, if someone was going to nick a last-minute winner, I think NYCFC was going to do it. So, but I think our players turned up, and I think I'm not going to sit here, and as much as it hurts, I think I'll take a 2-2. I think next week going to Galaxy, Zlatan out there, so, you know, we got bigger problems to worry about right now.
For sure, definitely.
But David Villa, though, watching him is absolute class. Absolute class of a player. I don't know if it was a penalty. I think that's a controversial decision again. But again, I think even NYCFC fans who came up to me, they were like, we all can agree that the referee kind of like didn't do as well as should have. But, you know, MLS, life goes on. We're going to win the league this year. So there you go.
I dig it. Thank you, guys.
We're going to win a cup. Why are you worried about it?